Are you kidding me? The guy asked for something spooky.
Is it a gun that sucks balls?
I'm the farting demon in this relationship.
I'd be an awesome rich person.
You're both just an embarrassment.
God, I'm awesome.
We're talking Tom Hanks and his vehicle.
Yeah, I had my finger in my mouth waiting for you to finish.
You gotta get 4 balls or something?
Like dick piercings?
No, you know damn well I'm fucking that demon.
Still sexy. How could that be close and not be
Yeah,
right?
just kill some random dude.
His wishes.
Hey everyone, and welcome to Plotty Time, the podcast where we three gamers discuss video game stories in detail, all the necessary and appropriate backlash. On one side of the table, we have Chump Slap.
When I was born, my mother mistook the afterbirth as my twin, and the cuter one too, apparently, as I was immediately sold to the cleaning lady for a stamp.
And on the other side of the table, Dr. Syintist.
That's why we say it. It's an old circus term.
My name is Poppascotch, and as I always say, you know what? I'm sick of being in the van. You guys are going to be in the van next time. I've been in the van for 15 years, Harry. Welcome to Plotty Time. So this week, let's start where we always start. I know I always say that, but, you know.
Yeah, you gotta switch it up a little bit.
All right, let's boogie on over to Dr. Syintist.
I like it.
And let's Dr. Syintist, what are you playing, watching, doing? What's going on with you?
Not a whole lot.
No, nothing.
All right.
Yeah, all right. I worked a ridiculous amount of hours this week, but
Nice paycheck.
I started watching Vikings again. 'Cause
Again,
why
you
not?
saw it before?
Yeah, I saw like the first 4 seasons before.
Is it good?
I like it.
Well, apparently. Was it an FX show?
I have no idea. I don't even know what I was watching it on.
Awesome.
AMC.
Amazon, I think.
I would make fun of you, but I know exactly what you're talking about. I've been there before too.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that show was awesome. Well, where can I get it? Oh man,
Google it, man.
It was on one of the streaming services I have.
one of the big guys, you know.
Yeah.
It's not on CISO. I know that.
Oh, burn.
Yeah, I got him. No one's safe, guys.
Yeah, but I don't know. I was just kind of bored, and I was like, I'll throw this back on.
Nice.
Okay.
It's good. If you didn't watch it, you should try it sometime.
I think I might. Is it very serious?
What do you mean serious?
There's no comedy in it.
No, there's not.
Okay.
Have you seen The Last Kingdom? Any of that show?
No.
Okay, because the wife is watching that, and I'm trying to figure out how similar or different it is to Vikings.
Well, Vikings, they are very Vikingly.
Okay.
Like, it's pretty brutal at parts.
Vikingly. I like it.
Yeah. I also watched this movie called Scream.
The new one.
Yeah.
Ooh, what'd you think?
I thought it was pretty bad.
Yeah.
You didn't like it?
No.
Do you think they went too far with the whole meta thing?
It was more annoying than, yes.
How
I'll say
obvious
yes.
was it that the killer?
Well, they kind of give you a million hints about it the entire time. But
Yeah.
Yeah, I called it within the first 20 minutes.
I mean, he basically calls himself out. But
Yeah. and then not that this is that big of a spoiler, I guess. You know what? I won't even go into it. It's
Yeah.
brand new. People still want to see it. We'll
And-
talk about it when 5 weeks from now when you watch it. Chump Slap.
Oh, okay.
and I watched this movie called Alpines. Or
Alpines?
Or was it called The Alpines? It was one of those two. But
About trees?
it's about this guy who's like kind of depressed and stuff, and he gets a message to meet his friends at this cabin in the woods or something, whatever. It's like him and his 6 friends from college, and they get there, and then weird shit starts happening, and they all find out they got invitations from different people, and they're all there for...
Ooh, creepy.
Yeah, it's a kind of a horror psychological thriller thing.
It's not supernatural, though. It's just...
No, Supernatural is a great show.
I mean, it's not a supernatural killer. It's a normal person.
It could be. I don't want to
Oh,
ruin it.
okay.
If you decide to watch it.
Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, he like they get there and then some people will get fucked up. Good movie.
Good Cabin in the Woods movie.
And,
It reminds me, the way you were describing it, I thought of the Ritual. Did you guys see that one?
I fell asleep during it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was slow at parts. I'll admit that.
Yeah, it was
But it was
alright.
pretty good.
I liked it.
Yeah, it's called The Alpines.
The Alpines.
Gotcha.
It's okay. I gave it a 5 apparently.
Worth a watch, though?
I did because I had nothing else to watch. Yeah,
All right, fair enough.
but and what I play this week, I just played more of 13 Sentinels. You know, riding mechs, killing kaiju.
Oh, yeah.
Stories.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Yeah, super sci-fi. I'm really liking it.
I know he said the name, and I was like, "What the fuck is that?"
Yeah, I pointless because none of you remember for me to be able to play.
No, I remember you telling us you played 13 Sentinels, and I remember asking what kind of game is that, and then I was like, I should know this, and then I just blanked.
Yeah,
I was going to ask you a follow-up question about how the game plays, and I'm like, oh, fuck, what did he say? Lost it.
Yeah, but they're getting to a point like they know one of them's trying to stop the other ones from being able to pilot these Sentinels, and they're traveling through time, and weird shit's happening, and one guy's going through a Groundhog Day thing. It's pretty good.
Oh, that sounds neat.
But you just play the story of this 13 people.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I enjoy it. It's getting really good. I'll have to see where it goes. I'm probably pretty.
You're platinum it, maybe?
Yeah.
Ooh, possible.
It's not hard to platinum,
Possible gnome.
but I'm about 75% of the way through the story because you go through each person's story, it gives you the percentage of that person's story that's done.
Cool.
Gotcha.
But that's pretty much all I did. What about you, Poppascotch? What did you woogie, or boogie do? I don't know.
That's exactly what I said. Thank you, sir. Let's talk about what I watched. I started working through the newest season of You. Have you guys watched that show? You, on Netflix?
I've kind of seen part of it. But.
Is that the one where the guy's like a stalker?
Yeah, it's pretty trashy. It's pretty trash TV.
Yeah,
But I'm almost done with the third season, and it has like the same appeal as like Dexter, where it's a really bad dude, and you still kind of want to watch and see how it goes.
Okay.
If you like Dexter, you'll probably like this. But I also watched one of the ones that you guys actually recommended. We watched Censor.
Oh,
movie
nice.
on Hulu.
I never saw that yet.
I thought you did. Well, either way, it was fucking weird, and I liked it a lot.
Right.
It was good.
Cool.
It was real good. And then I watched, finished season 2 of Lock and Key.
Oh,
Finally.
What'd you think of that?
I liked it. I mean, I like it. I don't know why I like it, but I do. Maybe it's just the vibe, but like no major characters ever die. Like there's always these huge stakes, and you have like some important ones, but none of the main family is ever actually really in danger. But it's good. It's good.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
Isn't that young adult, right? YA.
I think it was based off a comic
yeah.
that may have been like YA oriented, but not like a YA book.
Okay.
Not like Divergent or anything. Well, probably in the same wheelhouse.
All right.
But I recommend it. It's good. I like the
I'll
idea of the keys that do wild shit. I mean,
Yeah.
that's just fun. That's
Yeah.
just fun. So yeah, I really enjoy it. I'm looking forward to season 3. I think it's definitely happening. I don't remember if they said it was.
I mean, the setup is.
That's true. That would be a shitty time to end that series.
Yeah.
But crazier things have happened.
Mhm.
And then I watched a movie that I remember. I knew it existed, but I'd never seen it. Have you guys ever seen the movie Play Misty for Me?
No.
No.
It was Clint Eastwood's first directorial movie where he also starred in it. It's from 1971, and it's like Fatal Attraction before Fatal Attraction.
Okay.
Clint Eastwood's a radio DJ, and this an obsessive fan, and she starts like stalking him, and like at first it's cute, and it's actually played by a young Jessica Walter,
Oh, wow.
the mom from Arrested Development,
Yeah.
and Archer. The funniest thing, the reason I'm mentioning this is because spoiler for a 51-year-old movie, I guess. There's the scene where she's holding Clint Eastwood's real girlfriend hostage. He walks into the room. She tries to stab him. He fucking right hooks her in the jaw.
Nice.
Now, to be fair, she was stabbing him and trying to kill him in this scenario. Domestic violence is not funny. The funny part's coming. So she flies back through like a plate glass window, goes over the railing and falls like 100 feet straight down, rock into the ocean, dead. And it was the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen. It's not that punching the woman out of the window was funny. It's the effect was so bad. Like you could see the stuntman like looking backwards and like looking for where they're supposed to fall. And then the body falling off the edge. It was just so fake. And it was just so funny. In fact, you know what? I'm just going to take that death scene and I'm going to loop it. And that's going to be the video for this episode. Just that thing looped over and over again, starting now.
Nice.
Nice.
Mix it up on YouTube a little. I'm going to wait a sec while they react to how funny this is. Yeah, pretty great, right? Pretty great.
That's fucking sweet.
And then we also watched Monty Python and the Holy Grail
Classic.
and The Hangover because we were pretty fucked up from yard work yesterday.
Oh, the
Because
yard
we're
walk.
that old.
Yard work hangover.
Yeah, so we just watched dumb shit and fell asleep during it. And that's about all I watched. Now, what did I play? All I played was a shitload of Horizon Forbidden West.
Oh, yeah.
How is it?
You digging it?
It's amazing. It's better than the first one somehow. And I haven't even seen the whole map yet, and I'm like 30 hours in. I think I'm at 30% completion.
30 hours in.
Yeah, I'm dicking around a lot, like trying to get materials.
How did you
that's a
find
lot of time.
That's what I meant. I mean, how did you find that much time in the past 2 weeks?
He's good at it.
Just really good at time management. I know. Well, I didn't have any hockey during last week, so every day after work from like 5 till 10, I'd just be playing that game.
Nice.
Or 6 to 10, whatever. I got in a lot of hours.
All right,
And it's
proud of you.
great. Highly recommend.
All right, cool.
But that's it for me. How about you there, Sir Chump Slap? What are you playing, watching, doing? What's going on with you?
Oh, well, I watched a couple things. You guys want to hear about them?
Yeah, dog.
This little indie called Scream.
Oh, yeah? The new
Yeah,
one?
Yeah.
What'd you think?
I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I don't know if they tried too hard to be.
Did the meta really get to you? The meta stuff?
Yes,
Yeah.
it really did.
How, did you figure out who the guy was?
Yeah, it was pretty obvious.
Yeah. Okay. It was obvious there was 2 of them, too. Spoiler alert.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's the same fucking
Yeah.
movie as the first one. That kind of bothered me, too.
Yeah, I also got like, not that this is a huge spoiler, but the scene at the end in the house when they're having the party.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
I picked up that was the house from 1 immediately.
Did it
Oh,
look
Like
okay.
I just, when she was sitting in watching TV in the living room, I'm like, that's the same house.
They didn't move shit around?
Oh, man.
I mean, they changed the dressing, I'm sure, but the kitchen layout was the same. The living room was the same.
There's only one cable access point, so they have to put the TV there. So you know.
Exactly. Yeah,
I
you
really
get it.
wasn't paying that much attention by the
Oh,
end.
I noticed that. But yeah, I don't know. It's not worth watching. I watched this little known old school film called Labyrinth.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That David Bowie's going to be doing something.
Yeah, well, look out for him, up and comer. I don't know. It was okay. You know how it is. I just love the puppets in it.
You the girl with the power?
Yeah,
The power of voodoo?
hoodoo.
You do.
No, the girl. Yeah, I don't know. But I watched a fan recommend.
Ooh.
Hamman told me to watch this Rise of the Dead.
Rise of the Dead.
Sounds fantastic.
Oh, it slaps pretty good.
It sucks in the best way.
I don't know about that.
I thought he said slaps.
Yeah, slaps.
Slap. Sorry, I misheard.
I mean, the quality was a little off. Kind of bothered me, but it's about this baby who gets adopted out, and then it shoots itself with the adopted parent's gun because the dad's like, "These damn raccoons! I'm going outside to fight them." And then he puts the gun on the table. Kid kills himself, and then he goes around possessing people and either killing them or making them kill other people.
Sweet.
The dad?
No, the dead baby.
Oh, the dead baby. Sure.
And then there's a fucking wild ending. So-
Ghosts? Aliens.
Well, it was a ghost. It was the dead kid.
Yeah.
But I ain't going to tell you because it's fucking... Whoa.
Okay, Rise of the Dead, you say. So it slaps, and you recommend everybody watch it.
No, not everybody. You know who you are if you'll watch it.
Got it. The slap addicts.
Yeah.
Slap heads. What do we call them?
Yeah, slap addicts.
Slap army. We had a name for this.
Yeah, slap addicts.
Slappensteins.
Slappenstein. Yeah. And I also watched...
Slappenstein's monster, sorry.
Slap culture. That's the one we came up
Yes,
with.
yes.
It's all part
Followers
of slap
of the slap culture.
culture. Yes.
I also watched another movie Syintist talked about called Countdown.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad. I'd watch it.
I mean, Tom Segura's in it, so it was okay.
What did you,
one. It's on like Netflix, right?
Yeah.
Did you download the app?
Yeah, you want to know when I'm going to die?
Yeah.
January 20th, 2025.
Oh, really?
Whoa.
Shit, it gave you full 3 years?
Yeah, man.
Damn.
I was like, God damn it. So, yeah. Look for that. Look for my death in 3 years, guys.
And we'll start looking for a replacement now.
Yeah, the audition process is at least 2 years.
Yeah,
So
I did not think the app would give you that little bit of time.
I know. I was like, oh, it's going to say like 30 years, so I'll feel all right, but no. 2 years, 329 days. Or something.
That's
I just love if it's like you have 20 minutes.
Yeah, I was waiting for that.
that happens in the spoiler. That happens in the movie, kind of. They're like a day.
Yeah. Actually, it's kind of stupid how they end it, but it doesn't end. I don't know. Check it out. It's a fun movie. It's a fun watch.
Okay.
And I played about 6.5 hours of Elden Ring.
What are your first thoughts?
I'm fucking digging it, dude.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
That's exciting.
Take Dark Souls and you put more exploration in it.
That just seems like a time sink.
I'm all about that.
Not something I can do right now.
Yeah, what? He's not playing anything else.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, if you have other things to play, but you know me. But yeah,
We sure do.
so far I'm loving it. Check it out if you're into Souls games. Or I heard it described as Dark Souls meets Breath of the Wild.
Oh, I heard Skyrim.
Okay, yeah, that too.
Souls,
Yeah,
Skyrim.
because there's like dungeons and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good time. Good time.
I don't know if it'd be my jam. Then again, I love Skyrim.
Yeah, I don't think
It's not nearly as hard as other Souls games. I don't think yet, at least. Maybe the bosses are a pain in the ass, but I only fought 2 of those.
Well, I mean, I got my hands full over here with Horizon, but
Yeah, play that till you're
I'll
done.
wait till you're done with it. Is it PS5 version?
Yeah, digital. I just downloaded it.
I was gonna say I'll borrow yours, but
No, man, I wanted that shit first day.
noise.
Hell yeah. So I played it for 30 minutes the first day.
I gotta have it today. Oh, I only got like 20 minutes. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I just got a text. It's like, we're opening an hour late at work. I was like, fuck yeah, I'm going to make my character.
Nice.
Yeah, sweet.
I'll have to come back and finish this later.
I remember when I used to pre-order games and they would, be set to come at launch day, and then I'd be so livid because I couldn't even start playing them till like 4 p.m. when my mail got delivered.
Oh, yeah. When Amazon's like, you'll get it on launch day.
Like, this is bullshit. Why don't even do this? Man,
Yeah. Times were tough.
they really were for everybody, especially me.
Mm. Right, that's all I did, though.
All right. Well, keep us updated on Elden Ring.
For sure.
And while we do that, we'll just go to video game news / stuff.
Just sit right back and you'll hear some news coming from Poppascotch. He's going to tell us what's going on, so you'll have to watch. So you'll have to watch.
Blap, blap, blap.
I think you ruined
Perfect.
it at the end.
Whoa.
I could just, delete my track. The people didn't hear me ruin anything. I'll tell you that right now. So the big news of this week, PSVR 2 was revealed.
Oh, snap.
Oh yeah.
They just showed a picture of the headset, how it has one single USB-C cable. There's no processor or anything in it, apparently. Well, there's no processor you connect to, like in the PSVR 1.
So it has to be corded the whole time.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Awesome.
Whatever.
But yeah, it looks pretty, but at the same time, it's like they didn't come out with the date and they didn't come out with the price. So
Yeah.
everyone's like, that's nice to see it, sure. But
Cool. Hey, you got something.
we got, out of the 3 things I still wanted to know, what does it look like, how much does it cost, and when's it's coming out? What does it look like was probably the least important of any of those.
Yeah, but now you don't have to worry about it anymore.
That's true.
Oh, you only need 2 more things.
So the rumor is, or the thought process is that it's going to be by the end of the year, by this holiday season. But, supply chain these days, who the fuck knows?
Mm-hmm. You said it, brother.
And wars all over.
And trucker convoys.
Yeah.
Yeah, who knows what's going to happen?
Man, did you like that trucker convoy from PA?
What was it, 1 truck?
Yeah, he kind of delayed because he had a flat tire, and then it was one 18-wheeler and then a pickup truck behind him.
I love it.
I don't think they had any success shutting down DC's Beltway.
No, I mean, dude, just show up here at 5 o'clock. We'll shut ourselves down. We don't need anybody's help. We don't need anybody's help with that shit. And it's so much better now than it was before COVID hit. It's still so much better, and it still is jam-packed at 5 o'clock every day.
Gotta
It's a
love
fucking
it.
nightmare. Mm-hmm. Luckily, I don't have to deal with. Oh God, thank God, I don't have to deal with that in my commute to work.
Tell me about it. Me neither.
Yeah.
Right? You don't either. You guys don't either. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Second piece of news: Street Fighter 6 is officially revealed.
Whoa.
Let me guess. It has Ken and Ryu
Is Kyle in it?
and Chun-Li.
I say it was officially revealed because it was accidentally revealed during a ransomware attack back in late 2020. So that's fun.
Oh, wow.
Or late 2021. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
But everything I look up about it is just people talking about Ryu's wearing sandals. He's not barefoot anymore.
Oh, man, that's going to hurt a lot more. He's doing a lot more damage now.
Yeah, I just don't understand why people. That's the thing.
Are they Crocs?
Apparently, it's a thing.
Are they those sandals with, like, the wooden platforms on them?
That Honda wears.
Yeah.
No, they're just regular, like,
Flip-flops.
I don't know, leather
Flip flops. That'd be a great fighter.
flip-flops.
Flip. Every time you hit the kick, you get that snap.
That would
on a
be
flip-flop.
awesome.
That would definitely be like the new version of the drunken master guy.
Yeah.
like an update. It would just be McConaughey's character from that one wild ass movie.
Oh, I was thinking more like Jim Brewer's character from Half Baked.
That'd be a good one. You're
That's
right.
good, too.
Yeah, you're right. I couldn't even remember the movie I was talking about. What are you gonna do? But yeah, I don't know why people keep talking about his feet. What the deal is with that? None of my business. You do you, homie.
Goddamn woke Capcom.
Yeah.
Right?
Adding sandals to my fighting games.
What am I going to jack off to if he's wearing sandals?
Exactly.
You know?
Dawson still might be in it.
Oh, thank God.
That was a close one. Those are the two real big news stories I wanted to talk about and bring up, but we have two juicy rumors.
Sweet.
Oh, I'm all ears.
So the first rumor, supposedly a digital store in Chile may have accidentally released the release date for God of War Ragnarok,
Ooh.
Oh, no.
which
May have
would put it
accidentally.
in June.
Of this year?
Yes, June of this year is what they say, but apparently it's like you can't trust them because no one else leaked this, no one can confirm it, and people think, well, they just sell like digital licenses to games. It's probably bullshit.
Yeah. Plus, it could be pushed back anyway.
Is it
Who the hell knows?
PS5 only?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Probably. I mean, didn't they just release God of War on PC?
Yeah, like very recently.
Yeah.
Maybe no, we say that, but it might have been 10 months ago.
Well, that's pretty recent
Yeah.
compared to when it came out.
Possibly June, probably not, but maybe. So why not report on this rumor?
All right, yeah, fucking A, go June.
And then, in another interesting piece of news, this is a rumor, but it has a little bit more weight to it. You guys are familiar with the fact that Microsoft bought Bethesda and on that whole company. I forget what's the parent company name of Bethesda? ZeniMax, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Nice. So they bought ZeniMax, and since then, Grubsnacks, which is a video game news site with real legitimacy, says that talks have begun at Microsoft. I mean, look, we're at the talking stage. We're way ahead of anything at all being official ever. But there are talks to have Obsidian create Fallout New Vegas 2.
Why?
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Because you can play past the fucking end of New Vegas. There's
So, games end, man.
no.
I mean, yeah, but people just want to see Obsidian create another Fallout game because they love New Vegas.
Yeah.
Oh?
Yeah.
I mean, people. I didn't like it as much as 3, but it has some very rabid fans out there.
True. A lot of people think it's the best, but those people are wrong.
Yeah, I didn't think it was the best either, but I liked it. And
Yeah.
after playing 4, and what was the other game they played?
76?
Outer Worlds?
Oh.
Wow.
No,
Yeah.
Outer Worlds, which was very much, it was made by Obsidian, and it was very much the Fallout style.
Yeah.
So it'd be interesting to see what they can do with the Fallout property, because I felt like Outer Worlds wasn't great.
I don't
I
know.
like New Vegas so much, I never played another Fallout game after it.
Oh, snap. Shots
Nice.
fired.
But yeah, so possibly, maybe someday, Fallout New Vegas 2. Who knows?
Yeah. Who cares?
Do we have any idea what game they're working on? Like, what is there another Fallout game in the works? I don't
No.
recall reading anything about it.
I heard Elder Scrolls 6 was in the works for 20 years or so.
Oh yeah, and they were talking about Dragon Age and something. Oh, Mass Effect. EA put out an update of Dragon Age and Mass Effect, basically just saying, "Yeah, we haven't forgot about these franchises."
We're getting there. Relax.
Yeah. So there you go. That does it for video game news /stuff.
Oh, now you got your fix.
So let's get into the game. How about it?
Let's, man.
Because we have a lot to talk about.
Oh, dude.
This game. So this is a game where we ask the question, can you completely miss the point of the book twice? The answer is Yes, and we are talking about, obviously, the 2004 immortal PS2 and Xbox classic, Fight Club.
Woo.
I don't know why I do a review like that. It's the name of the episode.
I know.
People know by now. It's not like whatever. So the game was released December 16th, 2004, which would have been 5 years after that movie came out. Number one song in the country. Do you guys have any idea? Because it's a banger.
2004, Into Club by 50 Cent.
You're not that far off.
Guess it every time. No
Well, it's
idea.
either that or he guesses. What's the other one you always guess?
Avenged Sevenfold.
Yeah. It is Drop It Like It's Hot.
Oh,
by Snoop Dogg featuring Pharrell. Number one movie in the country you're never going to get, I'll just tell you. Lemony Snicket's A Series of Unfortunate
I was
Events.
gonna say that.
I don't think you were. And then this day in history, December 16th, the Boston Tea Party. The Sons of Liberty throw tea shipments into the Boston Harbor in protest against the British-imposed Tea Act. And it has not been misunderstood and abused as a propaganda tactic since then at all.
Not
which is the most
once.
important part.
No, I heard it was a cool party, though.
Yeah, it was a rave from what I understand.
Yeah, everyone dressed up. I remember that.
It was released for PlayStation 2 and Xbox, developed by Genuine Games and published by Vivendi Universal Games. It is a single-player and multiplayer fighting game, and a bunch of cowards wrote it because I couldn't find any proof of anyone actually writing it.
It wrote itself.
Pretty much.
So I picked it this week, and I just want to say, while I think this will make a good episode, I would like to personally apologize to you two.
I didn't waste much time on it.
That's a good point. It's not like the video was 3 hours and it was terrible. It was a real quick one. So the game is pretty much the movie story, but you're coming at it from a different perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah, no information.
No information. And some of the people from the film actually redid their voices for this
Which
game.
ones?
Meatloaf.
That couldn't have been his voice, right?
No, it
really?
was.
Yeah.
It was him, and I couldn't believe it either. I was like, how is he this bad?
I would have bet $1,000 that was
And
him.
the mechanic, Holt McCallany, he's like a big character actor. If you saw him, you'd be like, oh, yeah, that guy.
Yeah, you couldn't tell in this game, though.
No, you cannot. Detective Stern, one of the cops who tries to take Edward Norton's balls, I believe.
There was a cop in this?
I must have missed it.
Well, the problem with this game, and we talked about it a little bit before we started recording here, is that all the characters, I mean, you can pull Bob out from the crowd, you could pull out Irvin because he's got like the silver hair, but everybody else looks exactly the same because they all have their shirts off, brown slacks or black pants, and just a short haircut.
Yeah, well, it is the uniform of the project. So
True. And also the bartender, the guy in the halo, Michael Seamus Wiles, replaces his voice, right? That was probably the one where I heard it, and I'm like, oh, yeah, that's definitely that guy.
mm-hmm.
But so we start out the game. We play as a guy who I believe is only ever referred to as Hero, or that's how he's credited.
I have no idea. I just think he didn't have a name.
He's not a hero.
I mean, this game, it's interesting because they did the same thing The Sopranos did, where, yeah, I mean, fighting was part of the movie Fight Club, sure, but it was one element of it, you know, and they had all this other shit going on, and it was really, you know, a commentary on how easy it is to get caught up in fascism. And this game just took the fighting part and emphasized how cool that was.
That's a perfect description.
Yeah.
And we just talked about The Sopranos. They just did the same thing with like all their the mob shit.
It's cool to crime.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
And everything will work out great if we just punch each other to death.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so you start out with just a montage of dudes that are in shape, shirtless, punching each other in a dark basement.
Obviously.
Which is pretty much how Fight Club starts.
Fart Club. Yeah. First rule of Fart Club.
He who smelt it dealt it. That's got to be up there. That's rule 3 or 4. Jesus. I'm glad something about this game brought somebody some joy.
I can't believe my bro said Fart Club.
All right.
Okay. I was going to make a bad joke. But and not like bad, like off color. Like it was just a bad joke. I'll just tell it. I was going to say how there's the scene in Fight Club where Brad Pitt standing the movie. Brad Pitt's standing there and he goes, "I see a lot of new faces," and everyone's like, because they thought,
Yeah.
the bruises, you know. And he goes, "Shut up." It's like a lot of people you break into the rule of Fight Club.
Twice.
I was just thinking, one of the rules of Fart Club, he could have been like, "I smell a lot of new smells in here." See, it was a long walk, right? Like I shouldn't have said it. I shouldn't have went with it.
Yeah, it was worth it.
I agree. So we start with this guy, Hero, the playable character, who walks into Fight Club and says, "Hey, I'm looking for Tyler."
Which is how you join.
That's how you. Yeah. So everyone gets in.
They just basically take the guy. It's like, "Well, don't know you, so you got to fight. It's your first time here. You have to fight. That's the rules."
Yep.
They throw him in there. I'm not sure why they called it Rule A, because they referred to it as Rule A if it's your first night you have to fight, but
Might be
whatever,
Rule
here
8.
we are.
Oh yeah, they might have said 8.
Ooh, maybe. I didn't see the subtitles on, so they might say 8. So you originally, your first fight is against Ricky, who I don't recall from the movie.
No, these are just random people. In the beginning, I think.
Oh, I think he was the guy that worked at the... It doesn't matter.
It doesn't
so
matter.
you beat the shit out of him. And then instead of being like, "Oh, cool, you're in Fight Club. You're one of us now. That's awesome." The bar owner, Irvin, takes you outside and starts harassing you. And he's like, "Where'd you hear about Fight Club?" And Hero's response is just, some guy at a bar.
So you didn't listen to rule number 1.
Yeah, and then he starts fighting you. And there's the second fight of the game where you fight Irvin outside.
I like how they were talking about the rules, and he's like, "Hey, I thought the rules were only 2 guys to a fight.
Yeah,
But
like
this guy knows the rules better than they do."
Yeah, like there are 2 guys gonna jump him, and
Yeah.
he's like, "Rule number 4, man." And they're like,
Only
"All
2
right,
guys to a fight.
all right, I'll fight you myself."
So then you fight Irvin, you kick his ass, because you fight everybody and you beat him. Like, that's how you progress.
Yeah, that's all you need to do, apparently.
And after you beat Irvin, you're like, "I came to be a part of something, man." And then Irvin says, "Oh, you want to be part..." That's my Irvin voice. "You want to be part of something? Well, go to Paper Street," which is the house from the movie. So you
Tyler
just go
does
there.
his business there.
You go to the fucking HQ of this operation 20 minutes into arriving at the bar.
Yeah.
You're like, they trust you enough to send you there. So you go to the house, and you see Marla, played by Helena Bonham Carter in the movie. She's looking for Tyler. She's like, "What the fuck? Like, where is he?" Whatever. And then you see Angel Face, who's played by Jared Leto in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
What's supposed to be Jared Leto. And he's like, "He isn't there. Even if he was, I couldn't tell you that." And Angel Face basically tells her to go kick rocks.
It's like, get the fuck out of here. You ain't got the gall.
So you're like, "Hey, I'm looking for Tyler. I'm here to join Fight Club." And Angel says, "Get lost. You don't accept applications from losers."
Got you.
And did.
And then he's like, "Oh, okay, I guess this whole thing is over." And you start walking away before Bob shows up, our Meatloaf voiced character from the film.
Bob.
And he's like overly friendly, like way more. He was pretty friendly in the movie. He's 10 times friendlier.
Yeah.
Like, this is the point where serial killer friendly.
This is just the scene stolen from when he was trying to get in.
Yeah, it's exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
It's like, don't worry about it, man. He's just testing you.
Yeah, absolutely. And this was, I think if I remember correctly, he was like the second person in Fight Club.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because if you remember,
Or no,
the
he was
movie-
like one of the first 5 from the movie. And then Edward Norton's like, "Bob, no, like, this is the point. You got to stay out."
Yeah, how come the hero didn't have to stand on the porch for like a week?
Yeah, it's a great question. Because he didn't.
because of his name.
It's true.
So then, after that, you fight Bob.
Yep.
Because Bob's like, "Oh, let's fight." And it was so bad. Just the way he acted and did these lines was I think he had like no direction. He's like, "What do you want me to do?" "Say the lines." "Okay."
I think he read them over a phone.
Yeah, it's something wasn't right.
Something was weird about it. But it was Meatloaf, apparently. That's how it was credited.
It was like Meatloaf going through puberty again.
Yeah, go watch the video. You'll see what we're talking about. So you fight Bob. You get him. He's like, "Oh, you got me good." And then he's like, "Hey, Tyler's definitely gonna want to meet." Oh, sorry. Tyler's definitely gonna want to meet you when he gets back from Seattle. And you're like, "He's in Seattle?"
Oh.
I shouldn't have said that. So he's like a bumbling idiot now.
Yeah, he's a total moron.
But in the movie, he was just a regular dude who was in kind of a good mood. Like, he was
Yeah.
in a good place in his life.
He just
yeah,
had
he was
fucking
punching people in
testicular
the basement.
cancer.
Yeah, he's just a survivor of cancer, and
But here he's like the stereotypical oaf, like big dumb.
it's yeah,
Like
it's
the Gomer
worse.
Pyle type is what I
Yeah.
ever, you know,
Yeah.
like that style. But he was just, he found Fight Club. He was a brand new guy. He was just happy. And now he's a fucking idiot. Anyway, you don't see him, I don't think, for the rest of the game. I think he disappears now.
Well, yeah, he dies in the movie, so makes sense.
Spoiler, dude.
Oh, shit.
For a 23-year-old film. But either way, you blink and all of a sudden you're on a shipping barge in Seattle. And then you overhear a bunch of guys talking about getting these vans together for something called Project Mayhem. It's just like in the movie.
Oh, my God.
So you walk over and you're like, hey, what's going on, guys? I'd love to join your and they accost you like, what are you doing here? And it's like, you're from L.A. What do you say we get to know each other a little better? And then you fight them.
Yeah.
And then, there's not much going on. You get a lot of fights. And I guess after you fight them, that automatically leans you're loyal and deserve their respect.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't think they still respect you, some of them.
I don't know if they even respect themselves. You know what I mean?
Oh, deep.
Yeah. So the guy in charge is like, oh, hey, you're cool. So Tyler's on his way to San Francisco, actually. The shipment's already gone. And you're like, okay, cool. And then, bam, you're in San Francisco now.
Mm-hmm.
You got a lot of money for flights.
Yeah.
Like last-minute flights, apparently.
Yeah.
And then you find another fight in a bar. You say you're looking for Tyler again. And no one really, they blow you off. Like, who's in charge here? And I think this is the bartender guy before he got in the Halo.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
And then, again, you fight him. And you win. And everyone's like, oh, you're the impressive. Man, you can fight. Anyway, Tyler's back at the house, and he wants to meet you. So go there.
That is so ridiculous.
Why does he know this?
Yeah, he's like, yeah, Tyler said you could fight. He wants to meet you back at the house. It's like, where?
It's like, hey, if this guy comes and beats you in a fight, tell him I'm looking for him.
Yeah, tell him I said he's good at it.
If you beat him, I guess say you're not impressed, that I'm not impressed.
Yeah.
And then tell him to go to hell.
Mm-hmm.
It's so fucking stupid. So you're back at the house immediately.
Mm-hmm.
And you head into the basement and you find Angel Face again. And he's pissed because like, hey, you took my spot in Seattle. Which is like, what spot? It's everybody's just showing up and punching each other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you weren't part of Project Mayhem. You didn't take his spot there.
He stole his flight ticket.
I would at least make sense if there was a cutscene where he saw the flight ticket. He's like, okay. And, just took it and ran. Then, yeah, I could get why he stole his spot. But so then you fight in the basement of the house that's all flooded out.
Mm-hmm.
And you end up cracking his molar, and he's super impressed.
And not in pain at all.
It's like, damn, that's a good punch, man.
Like, maybe you do belong on this project. Hey, you're still looking for Tyler, but he's totally a ghost. And then I think walk down the stairs. I just have him written as turtleneck. I think that's supposed to be Jack.
Yes.
Or
yes,
is it Tyler? I didn't.
No, it's Jack. Because he's like, Tyler's gone crazy. Oh, no.
Oh, that's right. So then they do this very interesting move where Jack and Tyler are both the same character model.
Mm-hmm.
But they're in different sinister lighting and laughing maniacally for Tyler.
Yeah. Kind of got annoying, actually.
It was real bad. And neither of them look like either of the actors.
No, not even close. And it's not like they did the play thing where it's like you see a play where someone's doing the dual personality thing and they keep bouncing from one to the other.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's, I think, what they were going for, and it was just so bad because it was basically the same picture. And it's supposed to be different people. But anyway, this is where am I? I lost my notes. After Turtleneck comes down the stairs, he asks him, why are you really here? And your character hero just says, oh, I had nothing before Fight Club, man. Now I got Fight Club.
You act like you've been in Fight Club forever.
Oh,
I know, right? It's been
however long the trip to Seattle and the LA was.
I'm going to say conservatively, if each fight there was 3 days, and now it's your life.
Yeah.
Did you skip over the part where you're at the bar, where they do like a flashback, tells your
That's
backstory?
what he's just doing now.
Oh, I'm just getting into that.
That's why he does. Why are you here? He does. He has the flashback part.
All right.
So you're at that bar. You're talking to the guy who's in the Halo now, and you're like, "Hey, how's it going?" Blah blah blah. And then you pull out a gun and just try to kill yourself right there at the bar.
That was
the best part of it. Like, what the fuck?
Like, all right, thanks for the drink. Click,
Hey,
click. What the fuck?
we don't suicide in here, and you're like, oh yeah.
Yeah. He takes rips the gun out of your hand easily.
And didn't he say something along the lines of, hey, you can kill yourself. I don't give a shit. Just not in this bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, let me tell you something.
It's a hell of an origin story for Hero.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Yeah, like, why is he...
And I believe he says the line, I see a fellow loser in you, or something like that.
something.
And he's like, I was a fucking loser, but then I found something, man. Go to Lou's bar on a Saturday night, bro. And you're back in the basement. The turtleneck guy, Jack, is still there. And he says tells him Tyler's just all over the country and is also completely insane.
Yeah.
And then you go to Chicago for some reason.
You're chasing after Tyler, I think.
Does Jack tell him that Tyler's
Yeah,
in
or something
Chicago,
like that.
maybe?
I thought it was.
I don't know.
Because I've written in my thing.
I think he said...
chase Tyler to Chicago.
Isn't this where you're supposed to go? No, okay.
This is where you actually get to the fight and you meet Raymond K. Essel, who was the guy from the movie who Tyler held the gun to his head and says, if you're not going to be a vet in a month,
Yeah.
we're going to show back up and kill you. But he's in Fight Club now and part of the
Which
team.
kind of defeats the purpose of the whole thing he did.
Well, he's a vet now.
So he's like a mob doctor, but he just knows animals. So when you get there, you're talking to him, and you punch him, you fuck him up, and then he's like, hey, take this envelope to Miami. You got to meet the guy with sticks in his head. And welcome to Project Mayhem. So you go to Miami, and you find the bartender again, which I swear to God was just in San Francisco.
It's just probably the same model.
Or the same actor and model, just
Yeah, I don't
whatever.
know.
But now he has the halo on, like the full spinal injury halo thing. Is that what it is, or is it a neck thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a broken neck or something.
Something like that.
So it just reminds me, the Key and Peele sketch. Do you remember that?
Which one?
Where he goes to the bar with the full halo on, trying to order drinks, and is in super pain trying to drink.
Ow!
And he's hitting on ladies with the halo cut through his shirt.
Yeah.
That's just what it reminds me of. I can't see them the same way anymore.
Fair.
So you get to Miami, you see the bartender. He tells you to go to the end of the bar and break that guy's arm.
Why?
Because I guess he broke a deal with Tyler?
Oh, yes. He was supposed to supply the chemicals.
And I guess he didn't. So you just walk over there and break his arm and say this is from Tyler.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The bartender then says, oh, you're totally on board. Great. So go to Atlanta. We just started a chapter there. They're kind of, not on the same page. So go straighten that shit out.
How are they not on the same page?
Yeah.
I don't know. Apparently they were noobs and they weren't progressing fast. I don't know.
We told them no titty twisters. That's what they're doing. Get down there.
He's doing Indian burns and shit.
Stop that shit.
We said 2 guys to a fight. They got 9. It's a mess.
Some are wearing ties, which is explicitly against the rules.
True.
He gets to Atlanta, and you're like, who the fuck's in charge here? And this guy's like, I am. Then you kick his ass, and then you're basically go, hey, there are rules here. You assholes start following them. And then you leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, he showed him what's up, man.
Yeah, I just wrote in my notes. Show him how it's done.
Yeah.
Fight. Bounce.
Which is just stick with us, guys. We're
Almost done already. Thank God.
yeah. So you're back at the house, and you see a bunch of Project Mayhem dudes unloading boxes. Angel Face is mad, and he doesn't know why you're there. Despite the last time you talked, he seemed pretty cool with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He kind of came out of
Fight.
nowhere.
We got to kick his ass again.
Yeah, he freaks out because Tyler likes you more.
Yeah,
So you
he
both
is the
end up
jealous
fighting.
type.
This is where I started writing my notes. Blah blah blah. So
That's understandable because we don't get much more from this. So you spout all kinds of bullshit about believing in the project, and you end up meeting Jack again, who again says the same thing, that Tyler's insane. And he's like, you can't trust him. He's crazy. You shouldn't be here. This is all bullshit. But your character hero is a true believer. But you're trying to bring in Jack, and he this is where he does the dual personality back and forth bullshit.
yeah.
Yeah, it was real bad.
You end up fighting. Oh, we completely forgot to tell people that the cutscenes in this game are basically still images.
They are. It's not basically.
They're still images with mouths not moving, just a voiceover. Which in 2004 was in the rare view, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I
Well,
don't
it
think
should
so.
have been. But
Like, wasn't Killer 7 before that?
you're asking questions. Nobody knows.
Dude, when did BioShock come out?
I will look that. Killer 7 came out in 2005.
So in that 1 year time is when the technology was
Could have been.
invented.
And BioShock came out in 2007. So that would have been 3 years
The
later.
cutscenes in Final Fantasy VII looked better than that. That was 98.
Yeah, they were not good looking cutscenes. But anyway, let's wrap this shit up because this is just fucking stupid. So, he's going back and forth in the thing from going. He's Tyler, he's Jack, he's going crazy,
This
and
got
then you
really
fight
annoying.
him. It got because it went on for like 3 minutes longer than it had to.
Yeah.
Like, we get it, and that's 3 minutes longer than it had to in a 15-minute cutscene movie. We have been talking about it longer than this movie took. for
Yeah,
us to research.
true.
So you go back. He goes back and forth. You call him crazy. He almost kills himself as Jack.
Yeah, he's threatening suicide.
And then Tyler kicks in. He's like, "Hey, I'm Tyler. It's cool. It's all good. Go to 1888 Franklin Street." I don't know why he's
Yeah, why did he become
from Queens
Yeah.
Well, it's
or Long Island.
It's like the original movie.
And he's Jack's protests, and he sends you to 1888 Franklin Street. So in the final scene, this is now the final scene from the movie.
Yes.
You're at the bay windows to see all the offices, like from the explosion at the end of the movie, and Tyler gives you what looks like an RC car controller with a timer countdown on it, and he's like, "Hey, this is a fail safe in case something happens. The timer runs down, it doesn't go off. Just hit this button, it'll blow up." So you're like, "Oh, that's pretty rad." You go downstairs, you start talking to like the other Fight Club members, and then you hear the gunshot. So you run upstairs, and now we're at the end. Like, we're showing the end of the movie where Jack shot himself. Marla shows up. Jack lets her go. She starts screaming and does that great line delivery of "How you mother?" Oh my God, your face!
Oh my
Yeah.
God, that was so terrible.
But in the movie, I was just thinking about the moment in the movie where she
Yeah.
says that, and it's fucking great.
Yeah.
And then Jack's like, "You guys got here, go downstairs." So you go downstairs, and I guess the timer runs out. The detonation doesn't happen. So you need to pull the trigger on the RC gun, and then you go into this ridiculous monologue, and you say the line, I wrote this down.
Oh, I hope it's the same one I have.
There's no fucking snooze bar on this wake-up call.
So dumb.
Clicks it. Boom. End of game.
After he said that, I almost rewound it to make sure he said something that dumb. I was like, no, I don't want to see it twice.
No, I knew it. I wrote it down. It stuck in my head. It was something.
It's just amazing. I really like that we did Sopranos in this back-to-back because they're both
don't.
the same. No, well, aside from the fact that they're both terrible, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. So that's it. That's the fucking game, dude.
Thank fucking God.
Christ, we got through it. That's it. That's the game. We did it. I can't believe how long we talked about this story because that's longer than anyone who wrote the story talked about it. I'll tell you that right. It was not good, and
The gameplay looked even worse somehow.
Oh,
it looked like you just
boring.
like were 2-button combat and no combos or anything.
yeah. Very monotonous. And all right.
Well, I don't know. I'll play it when I get it in from eBay, baby.
I'm sad for you.
I know I didn't order it. I might though. I did order Sopranos, so that's coming.
Oh, nice.
That was pretty great. So let's wrap this up, and we're gonna
Let's
get
do
into
it.
our segment, final thoughts. And I guess we'll start with Sir Chump Slap this time.
Oh, little old me.
Yeah, little on you. Where we're gonna ask you 3 questions.
Oh,
Would you talk about it?
love to hear them.
Did this video make you want to slap in this game?
Made me want to slap something.
Was the story great? Are you gonna break your knuckles on this
Game.
game? What score do you think you'd give this game out of 27 stars?
Do I want to play it? No. Like you guys said, the fighting looked horrible. Well, apparently you could, when you create your fighter, you could choose 3 different styles.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. There was like martial arts. That's the one that was chosen in the video I watched. I didn't see the others. But either way, the fighting looked terrible. Monotonous, boring. They tried to make that cool, like, oh, you can break bones, and it like slows down and shows the x-ray of the bones breaking. Mortal Kombat did
Yeah.
it right, but
Did they do it before Mortal Kombat?
I assume so.
Yeah, but I'm sure nobody at Mortal Kombat saw it.
I don't know why they threw it in. It does, whatever. So no, I wouldn't play it. Did the story work for me? I wish I could go back, watch this video without having any knowledge of the movie Fight Club, and see what the fuck I'd make out of it.
Yeah, I mean,
The
the
game
fact
would make
that
no sense.
Exactly.
I watched the movie a bunch, it hit me at that weird age.
Yeah, I've seen it too much, but this story made no sense at all. You like, say you didn't know, and you're like, fight, okay. Fight Club, what? There's rules, and then guys like rule 8, rule 4.
Yeah. They expect you for sure to have seen the movie before you started.
Yeah, because then you're like,
sure.
Project Mayhem, okay.
Yeah.
What's Project Mayhem? And then you get to the end of the game, and it's like, oh, you blow up a couple buildings? Okay.
That's such a good point, because if you don't know anything about it, apparently you go from fighting in basement to blowing up skyscrapers.
Exactly.
And there's no in between.
You don't even do like the little shit, like blow up a fucking Starbucks or whatever they did in the movie, you know?
Well, like the corporate greed
Yeah.
mission or whatever it's
Yeah.
called.
You don't do
The
anything.
one where Bob dies.
You don't fight a random stranger, nothing.
Yeah, you're right.
So it doesn't tell you anything about anything. It gives you Fight Club, Project Mayhem, Tyler Durden. Do they even say Jack in the movie? I don't know. I didn't think so.
I don't think they do.
I don't think they did. No, I don't think they did.
Yeah.
He was just a guy versus a different version of him smiling.
And there's like 2 scenes with Helena Bonham Carter's character. Like she.
Yeah, she hasn't. You don't know who that is.
Yeah.
Just some girl looking for Tyler. Like, wow, how would you have any idea?
They took the rules of a fucking plot and just threw it out the window.
You know what the plot is.
Yeah, they're like, well, the movie's already done, so let's just make a fighting game about it. Might as well just kept it in one basement and had you fight rounds after round. What the fuck would have been the difference?
It would have made a lot more sense. That's the difference.
Yeah, it probably would have been a lot better.
Until the skyscrapers blew up at the end. You're like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm to believe he was the reason the bombs worked?
Yeah,
so they
well,
didn't work?
They didn't work. And
Originally?
then he was like, all right, I'll do it.
Yeah, it's a fucking wake-up call snooze. Shut the fuck up. So, as you can tell by my description of the game, I gave it a score of 1. It was
Oy.
no plot, didn't give 2 flying fucks about any of the characters. One's called Angel Face. Why? He didn't have like a halo or nothing.
Yeah, he never told his name in the movie. It was just how they referred to him in the movie. Also, I'm looking for a game you scored that low, and that might be the lowest
I think
score
it
you've
is.
ever
I
given a
think I
game.
usually go around 2. Maybe.
You gave Blood Rain a 1.5.
That had more redeeming qualities. What I give The Quiet Man?
That's a good question.
Probably
Man,
a
that
2.
game fucking sucked. You gave The Quiet Man a 3. You fucking psycho.
Yeah, Quiet Man was 3 times better than this game. No, this was just shit. It might be the worst thing I've ever watched. I've seen some bad shit.
Well, I hate to break your bubble, but it's still, no matter what score we give it, it's gonna be in the top 5 of this year right now.
For now.
So think about
Until
that.
next week.
Yeah.
Until next week. Oh, there you go. Sir Chump Slap gives it a solid 1. So we'll go ahead and we'll ask you there, Dr. Syintist.
Yay.
I have a pretty good idea of what score you're going to give it, but, we'd like to hear it from you.
Yeah, I'd like to hear this too.
Do you remember what questions we were going to ask him there?
Yeah, I think
Sir
I
Chump Slap?
think I got him. Would you play this piece of shit?
Leading the witness.
Objection leading.
All right. Would you play this work of art? Or is that leading to? All right. Would you play this neutral game?
I like work of art.
There you
Because then
go.
you could say club of fart somewhere down the road.
Club of farts.
How's the story? What'd you think of the story? And out of 27 stars, how many are you giving this neutral game?
What I played? No. Yeah, if you saw the gameplay, I saw Virtua Fighter games in the 90s that were better.
Right.
The story worked for me. In addition to everything you said and that we talked about so far, the fact that they took a random nobody from the movie and are following around trying to give it a different perspective.
Yeah.
And I bet these people are writing this like, oh, this is going to be genius.
Oh,
This
man.
is so good.
I already have the ending written.
Yeah. I'm going to say something about a snooze button.
Jesus Christ.
And it's just seeing Tyler and Jack, like, it kind of ruins the entire thing. Like, you know,
Oh, the whole way they did it.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's the fact that you have to know the movie
Yeah.
to even understand the beginning of this game.
True.
Oh, I wouldn't even say understand because the game makes no sense.
Yeah, the game, there's nothing to understand.
I'm just getting angrier and angrier.
I understand. Well, if you want to get even angrier, I got another little piece of info for you.
Yeah.
So I'm looking on YouTube, just took a quick glance, and there are 2 different long plays of this game. So start to finish, booting up the game to finishing and beating it, and they're both 35 minutes.
Yeah, I watched one of those.
We've talked about it longer than it takes to beat the game.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway, I'm giving it 0 stars.
0.
I mean, The Quiet Man, it's just as good as The Quiet Man or Jet Li or any of the other ones I gave 0 stars.
At least the Quiet Man looked good.
Yeah, well,
That's a fair point.
this
I
is
guess.
this is a story podcast, and the stories are about the same.
It made more sense.
Neither of them did.
Fair.
I feel like you guys are just trying to bait me in a rant about the Quiet Man again.
No, we'll do it again.
This is probably worse
Retrospective.
than The Quiet Man, but I got to save the negative 1 star for special pieces of shit.
I don't know if you're going to get worse than this, dude.
I mean, this. Just ask me questions. Let's get.
Yeah,
started.
all right. Would you play it? Did the story work for you, and what'd you score it?
Would I play it? You know what? Maybe it's 30 minutes.
I don't think you can get a platinum, can you?
Oh no, it's like a PS2 game. Like I don't think they even have trophies anywhere for. I'll check, but
That'd be awesome if you did.
I'll just do a Twitch stream. Like, all right, that was a half hour. See you guys later. Oh, this game. It looks bad. The point you made, Chump Slap, about the fact that if I didn't know the movie, I'd have no fucking idea what was happening. And that I'd love to hear from any fans that have never seen this movie, because we talked the entire time as if you'd seen it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That'd be awesome
we just
if you
assumed
didn't watch this
every- if-
video.
Yeah, it'd be awesome if you watch the video and tell us what you think about it. But yeah, I'd love to see what someone would say that has no idea what Fight Club is, how they respond to this, because so many questions. It's so bad. The voice acting, despite the fact that they had like 4 real actors who make a living acting, they were all pretty bad, and they were bad to the point where it's like, okay, this is, if one of them's bad, maybe they phoned it in, but all 4 were terrible. That's a direction issue. Like, that's just how it is. Would I play it? No. Well, I said maybe. Sure. Did the story work for me? Like you said, it was bad. I didn't like the whole Jack-Tyler thing. The characters were difficult to tell apart. The cutscenes were just still pictures with bad voiceovers. Nothing about the story really worked because it didn't make any sense that you'd punch somebody in the face, earn their respect immediately, get on a plane, fly somewhere else, repeat.
Not even to mention, why were you going to kill yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you have no idea. You're just like, my life sucks.
Didn't his wife leave him?
Something tells me that's what happened.
Yeah, I don't remember if they said it explicitly, but
It might have been just said in passing. Jesus.
Even then, suck it up. Come on.
Yeah, seriously.
So, what score would I give it? It's not fair to just give it a high score just so it's better than The Quiet Man.
No, it's
no,
not.
you give it what you think.
Give it what
That's
you
not
think.
how
You're
the
right,
score
you're
things
right.
work, Poppascotch.
That is not how this works. You're correct. So I got to look at it against scores I'd get, like you do, Dr. Scientist, comparatively. What is it to the scores I've given other games?
Yeah.
And I think it's worse than Def Jam Vendetta.
Yeah, easily.
I think it's at least as good or worse than Homefront. It's got to be worse than Homefront, right?
Yeah.
Well, then I have no choice, and I have to give this game a 1. I don't. They made me do it. Like, they made me do it. I didn't want to do that. Like, this is their fault. I will say, watching it, I was like, this is lame. This is bad. I don't like it. But when I was watching the Quiet Man, I was actually angry at it.
That's because it was long.
Maybe
That's the only
it's-
reason.
And the gimmick just,
Yeah.
whoa. It was infuriating. I won't get into the quiet. I'm not doing it. We'll do a retrospective. We'll do a year anniversary or whatever. And I'll just scream in the mic for an hour. And yeah, so that's fucking Fight Club for PS2.
What's that total
I regret
score?
my decision for the total score of 2. Which I think is the
It's
lowest
got to be
we've
the
ever
lowest
given
score
a
ever.
game.
Yeah. It's easily the worst game we've ever done.
Yeah, definitely.
I got to check The Quiet Man because The Quiet Man was the winner before that.
Well, I
Quiet
gave it a
Man
3.
was a
Yeah,
4.
okay. Yeah. Chump Slap gave it a 3, so that's higher than all our scores combined.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. We
did it, everyone.
I'm glad you were all here to witness this. This is the lowest score we've ever given a game on this podcast. And that's if you're the first time here, which this is a wild episode for you to be your first one. But if this is your first episode, our rating system is based on 27 stars each. For a total possible score maximizing at, 81?
Yeah.
Yes, 81. So we just gave that a 2 out of 81.
I'm very proud of you, Poppascotch. This was a good pick.
Man, I didn't think I could. I just keep surprising myself, guys. I don't think I could
I
pick
didn't
a
think
worse
it could
game,
get
and
worse
here we
than
are.
last week.
He just Googles worst fucking games ever.
I don't recall how I found it. I think I saw it, and I was like, "Oh shit, they did make a game about that." Because this is one of the rare ones where I do remember it coming out. But I remember it coming out like 5 years after the movie when everyone was done with the movie. And we're like, what is
Yeah.
this now? It's like, oh, I heard it was bad. Okay, I'm not going to buy it. But I don't know. Is there a worse game out there? Only time will tell. If there is, I'll find it. I'll tell you that right now.
You are impressive in some ways,
Yeah.
Poppascotch.
I know, right? I think I found my calling, guys. If only there was a way to monetize digging up the shittiest games that ever exist and talk about the story. But you can help that by going to YouTube, like and subscribe there. It really helps us out. So, that being said, putting this bullshit to bed, let's move on to our favorite segment of every week, which is Dr. Syintist classic 90s album, Lock of the Week.
Rocking out in the 90s with Syintist and CDs.
Nuts!
Oh, what was the good? I'll talk about it later. So every week we ask Dr. Syintist for a guaranteed amazing 90s album, and he's never let us down because the 90s were dope and he makes great picks. This week, Dr. Syintist, what do you got for us?
Oh, I got a good one. This album,
It's 2-2, right?
yes, it is. This album was released on March 8th, 1994. You know how hard it is to find trivia on these? But this album became controversial 5 years after the fact when noted scumbag and piece of shit Dylan Klebold referenced the lyrics of this album multiple times in his journal because he heavily identified with the protagonist as a symbol for his own depression.
Pearl Jam, Jeremy.
No.
Damn it.
It contains the lyric, he sewed his eyes shut because he is afraid to see. You know it.
Yeah, it's 9 Inch Nails.
Yep. The Downward Spiral.
Damn it. That was such a great album.
Fucking A, man.
It was. It's hard to find trivia on these to try and make it not easy, but it is a great album.
I think I have that on vinyl. It has Mr. Self-Destruct.
Yep. Heresy.
Hurt.
Heresy. Hurt.
Closer.
Closer. Are you kidding me?
Hurt's
Yeah.
on it.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
I think one of the March of the Pig songs. Maybe.
Yeah. March of the Pig and Piggy are on there.
Yeah. Hey, pig, piggy, pig, pig, pig.
But yeah, listen to Downward Spiral this week.
That one I might. Oh, I keep saying I will, but I never do.
I mean, it's been so long for me, and it's such a great album. I'll try to make time for that one.
All right.
And while we're at it, Korn, sure.
Yeah, right.
Listen to them all.
Listen, yeah, why not? This is what we got. So this week, that's what he gave us for the best 90s album of the week. 9 Inch Nails, The Downward Spiral from 1994.
Four.
Damn. That's earlier than I thought.
Oh, God. What was the, while we have a little break here, what was the, there was a D's Nuts with Goblin in it. Did you hear this one?
No. I think my favorite one, though, was when I asked you if Bofo was playing for this Chiefs.
Goblin D's nuts.
They were talking, I believe it was the Always Sunny podcast again, but they were talking about some kind of mind goblin. And he's like, well, do you mind Goblin D's nuts? Secondhand jokes are the best.
Yeah,
So,
they are.
that being said, how about we go into our favorite segment of every week, which is Sir Chump Slaps. Who would win in a fight?
Ding, ding.
It's a fight to the death.
Oh.
Every week, we ask Chump Slap 3 who would win the fight questions, one involving the game we just talked about, one involving just gaming in general, and then one from history. And I gotta say, the history one I'm pretty proud of this week.
All right.
Now, for the game we're just talking about, it was a fighting game. It's not hard to put two people against each other, so I guess we're gonna go with Bob versus the bartender Irvin.
They both lose.
Okay. Well, we can't have a draw, so who do you think would win?
Are we talking with the halo or without the halo, Irvin?
No, Irvin was the bartender with the silver hair. He got his shoulder jacked up in the movie.
Oh, okay. I'll probably go with Bob. Bob's got a lot of power behind him. He's a big guy.
He's good with knots.
Yeah.
There you go.
I definitely think he would take him.
Yeah, I think so too. Plus, Irvin's a little bit on the older side.
Yeah. He might
And
really
Bob's
hurt
just in his prime. He beat cancer. He's just alive for the first time in years.
him. Exactly. You get it.
So there you go. Bob is going to beat the shit out of Irvin. So how about in the history of gaming? This one, I thought about it, and then I thought it was bad, and then I was going to redo it, and then I'm like, no. Let's see what we got here. So who do you think would win the fight? Link, Legend of Zelda Link, or Drake from Drake's Uncharted?
Nathan Drake?
The Nathan Drake, yes.
Oh. I think Link is a very short man.
He is. He's a boy in some aspects.
Yeah. So I think Nathan Drake would definitely take him out.
I mean, part of me says, well, Drake has guns, and then part of me says Link has all kinds of magic bullshit.
Yeah. And he's got a sword.
He's got so you can use that sword too.
Yeah, he could just take out his knees. Boom.
But if it's an in-close fist fight, I think
Yeah,
a
we're talking about
well-placed-
Fight Club rules.
We are. So I think a well-placed kick would send Link across the room, right?
Yeah, I don't think Link stands a chance.
Oh, what do you think? Like big odds here? Like 2-1, 3-1,
I'll give you 3-1.
3-1.
Oh, yeah.
I might take that for Link.
Yeah, well, we'll have to find out.
We'll have to find out when they finally throw down. And then the fight from history. I was pretty proud of this one, like I said. Who would win in a straight-up fight? Bob Saget or Norm Macdonald?
Oh, that's a very close
Right?
fight, man. Let's see. I think Saget's got the weight. I don't know.
Really? Norman was a little chunky at the end there.
Yeah, so was Saget, though.
Are they in their prime or 3 years ago?
The day before they died.
Yeah, I guess sure, the day before they died. Bob Saget, by the way, was 6'4".
Yeah, sounds about right. Norm's got to be around there, too, right?
6'2".
Yeah, that's fucking dead even, man. I'd have to give it to Bob. I don't know. He did die from brain injuries.
That's true. But I still think, this is tough. I think Bob Saget really has some anger behind those eyes.
Yeah, I could see that. But, I couldn't see Norm hurting anybody. I could see Bob doing
I think
it.
Norm, I think, developed the personality of all the jokes and sarcasm and stuff so he wouldn't get his ass kicked. He seems like that kind of type, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, if you're watching Dirty Work, yeah, it's exactly like that.
Which, great movie. by the
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, I'll have to go with Bob. 2 Bobs in this round.
2 Bob, look at that. Well, there you go. Bob Saget would probably beat up Norm Macdonald in our eyes. Let's say someone had different ideas and they knew that, I don't know, Bob Saget had military training. Sure. Where would they send that email to, Sir Chump Slap?
Well, I'd like to hear that, so just send it to plottytime@gmail.com. That's it. I'm not. You know
Okay,
the spiel.
plottytime@gmail.com. You know what's going on. He'll read it. He'll respond. Still 100% guaranteed response rate from this guy over here.
For true.
And the emails are flying in, too. He's doing his best. Let's say they want to get to us faster on the socials with some really nice fan art of, I don't know, Bob. Let's get some Bob fan art. Send that our way. Where would they send that to us on the socials, Dr. Syintist?
At Plotty Time on Instagram, Twitter, and stop by our Reddit page and do some bullshit there. I don't know, post a pic of Bob.
Yeah. Put a Bob versus Bob.
Chump Slap. Yeah, let's get a Bob versus Chump Slap fight club.
Oh, and the Chump Slap from the picture that he did where he was throwing up on that child's head.
Yeah.
That
Maybe we'll
sounds
just
about right.
we'll just start We'll put a template up there and just get people going nuts. Yeah, you can also head over to YouTube, like and subscribe there. It really helps us out. Plottytime.com for all your associated Plotty Time merch. And the Reddit page. Get over there. That's where all the cool kids are. Join the conversation. There's dozens of us now.
Literally.
That does it for us. So get out there, play some video games. Don't trust Dr. Syintist, and we'll talk to you next time.
Peace.